Hey, what's going on, fellow collectors? Let's jump right into talking about the 1999P Delaware Spitting Horse Double Die Reverse. This thing is an awesome error. Many of you might have heard about it, but we're going to go into great detail on it, the value of it, background, known examples, kind of a little bit of everything, so you can know all about this really interesting error. The 1999P Delaware Spitting Horse error is one of the most famous and sought-after error varieties in the State Quarter series. It gained its nickname due to the unusual die doubling that appears as a line extending out of the horse's mouth, giving it the illusion that it's spitting. This variety captured attention of collectors immediately, and is one of those things that either casual or serious collectors would want to go after. The standard mintage of the 1999P coins was 373 million of them, all bearing the design of John Flanagan and the reverse design by William Cousins. These are 75% copper and 25% nickel with a pure copper core, and all of them are going to weigh 5.67 grams. The Delaware quarters are really important by themselves because they were the first coin in the U.S. Mint's state quarter program. These were released on January 4th, 1999. The image for these coins is of Caesar Rodney, a delegate from Delaware on horseback commemorating his famous ride in 1776 to cast Delaware's deciding vote for independence. The obverse is going to retain the classic Washington portrait by John Flanagan, and it's been on there since 1932. So let's get into talking about details of the Spitting Horse error, or the double die reverse error that's on these Washington quarters. These are caused by a slight misalignment during the die creation process that would lead to extra metal being left on the coin's design. The key features of this error are that the most notable doubling appears as a line extending from the horse's mouth, resembling spit or drool. This is going to be located really near the horse's muzzle, which makes it easy to spot even without a loop. This error is sometimes mistaken for a die crack, but it is caused by hub doubling rather than a break in the die. There are a few variations that exist, with different strengths on the spitting effect, as multiple dies were affected, some more dramatic than others. This variety became widely known among collectors due to the distinct visual effect, making it one of the most famous errors in modern state quarters. Now let's get to the rarity and known examples. The 1999P Delaware Spitting Horse DDR is not as rare as some older double die varieties, but it definitely remains a highly collectible and valuable error. Many examples exist in circulation, so you can come across them in your pocket change and while coin roll hunting, but most of them are going to show wear and damage from circulation, of course. High-grade uncirculated examples are extremely rare, but they command the most significant premiums. Now, because the Delaware State Quarter was the first in the series, many people save them, but only a small percentage of them have the doubling effect on them. Many people unknowingly spent them back into circulation, so it makes the hunt for this error even more exciting. Now let's get to some of you guys' biggest question, which is how much is this thing worth? The value of the 1999P Spitting Horse DDR quarter depends on its condition. When you see them selling in XF40 to AU58, they generally sell for $25 to $75. Graded around MS60, they sell for around the $100 to $200 mark. MS63 coins are seen selling around $300 or more. Now when you get up to MS65 or higher, you can see these coins sell for well over $1,000 in many cases. Higher grade examples, MS65 and above, are extremely rare, but they can fetch thousands of dollars at auction. Coins graded MS66 or MS67 by PCGS or NGC are considered exceptional specimens and are the most sought after. But keep in mind that circulated examples still hold really good value, but are going to command significantly lower prices than uncirculated versions. Due to the popularity of these coins, the 1999p Delaware Spitting Horse DDR has been authenticated and certified by Annexed NGC and PCGS numerous times. When purchasing one, I would personally tell you to just go ahead and get one that's graded. You're usually not going to drop a crazy amount unless you're trying to go for that close to mint state version. Even though you might spend a little bit of money on a graded version of one of these, it is going to ensure that it is real and it's going to have a good market value to it already established, being a graded coin. Now that you know the value of the 1999p Spitting Horse DDR, you'll probably want to know how to identify one of them a little more specifically when coin roll hunting. The best thing to do is to get yourself a jeweler's loupe or a USB microscope. I usually link these in the description box or comments, as well as in the products, but I do have a video that covers some pretty good USB microscopes. This will help you identify if you have one of these errors by magnifying the coin. Look for the Philadelphia P mint mark. No Denver minted D versions are known to exist with this error. Then you're going to want to check the condition of the coin. The higher the grade, the higher the value. I would compare this to online images on my site, VarietyErrors.com, or across many other resources on the internet and other YouTube videos to make sure you're looking at a similar coin when trying to find the error. Now you're going to want to focus near the muzzle of the horse, and if you notice a line or extra bit of metal, you are likely in possession of one of these Spitting Horse DDRs. If you believe that you did find one, I would suggest considering getting it graded by one of the authenticating companies. In this way, you can have yourself a graded version of the coin for your collection. So as you guys can see, the 1999p Delaware Spitting Horse DDRs is one of the most famous and, not to mention, really valuable and fun to collect modern quarter errors. It's gained widespread recognition amongst collectors of all levels, and while circulated examples remain relatively affordable, if you do have or come across a high-grade specimen of one of these, you have a very rare and valuable quarter. Let me know what you think about these really cool errors on this 1999p quarter in the comments, and let me know what you're coming across in your coin and banknote searches lately as well. I'll see you guys in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.